I have a question. Do you know what the job of an actor or actress is? The fact that I have to ask that and that you had to think about it should tell you how fucked we are as a society right now. I'm pretty sure it's obvious what I'm talking about, but for those of you who don't quite get it yet, Scarlett Johansson this week announced that she will be playing the role of one Dante Gill. Oh, I'm sorry, Dante Tex Gill in an upcoming movie. I believe the title is Rub and Tug, and this movie is set to release next year. Why is this controversial? Well, because Tex is a female to male transgender person. And Scarlett, last time we checked, was full biological woman. And that's a no-no. You can't do that. Now let me get back to the question I asked before. What is the job of an actor or actress? To summarize it as simply as I can, it's to pretend to be someone else. This is pretending to be someone else. I don't get the controversy. I really don't. I don't see how this has upset people the way it has. Other than, oh, well, we like to hate Scarlett Johansson and we like to find interesting ways to hate her. I'm not a fan of Scarlett Johansson myself, but this is just plain ridiculous. I've always found that unless it is a set character or set person, any actor or actress can play anyone. Hell, even then, as long as you don't change the character, if you keep the character the same, you can still play the role of the character no matter what you are. Let me give you an example. Colonel Sanders right now is being played by a woman, but that has no effect on the character. The character is still the man, Colonel Sanders. There's an argument to be made that the character Colonel Sanders that they portrayed for the last 10 years has been terrible, and that's another argument entirely. The question, if the actress portraying Sanders, her being a woman, has had any effect on the character of Sanders, the answer is no. So I don't give a shit that it's a woman playing Sanders. They're still playing Sanders as Sanders, which is what you're supposed to do. It's a bit more gray with things like, well, let me give you another Scarlett Johansson role, when she was the Major in Ghost in the Shell. I can see an argument against that. I really can. I don't like when they race swap like that. The argument that could be made for why that was fine is because the Major is a full-body cyborg, so it doesn't matter what she looks like. They attempted to keep the visual styling of the Major intact, even though they went with ScarJo, and they tried to keep the character intact. I don't fully agree with it, but I can see where people come from when they say that. So then why am I confused about why people are upset about Scarlett playing Tex? Well, there's two things here. The first is that Tex is a female to male transition. So started out as a woman, which last we checked, Scarlett is. Then became a man. So it would make sense to have a woman portray someone that started as a woman and then change them as the movie goes on. But then here's the second thing, and then this is kind of a big kicker to this. With as little information that is out there about Tex, We actually don't know if Tex has transitioned or is just someone that dresses and acts like a man. There is no evidence out there, short of asking Tex himself, if Tex has actually had the surgeries. We don't know. So it would make even more sense to have a woman portraying Tex and pretending to be a man. In this context, if we don't know what's been done. So I really, really don't understand the controversy right there. Short of new information coming to light and short of something horrible going on during production. This is nothing new. This has gone on since time immemorial. Men and women have portrayed each other since the fucking Roman ages. There were a good number of women that portrayed men in Shakespeare's plays. I can go on. Why is this suddenly bad? Oh, well, because transgender now exists, so only transgender people can play transgender people, or what we are classifying as transgender people. Little issue with that. There aren't that many transgender actors or actresses that exist in Hollywood right now. So you kind of have a little bit of a problem there. And let's be honest here, the only reason we even know about this movie and are talking about this movie is because it's Scarlett Johansson. If it was some no-name actor or actress, we wouldn't give half a crap. But because it's a big name like ScarJo, that's why we're talking about it. That's why we know that this is even happening. And that's the thing. Her name is what's going to draw in people. It's going to sell tickets. That's probably the biggest reason why she is in this role. Well, that and she's an executive producer as far as I'm aware. To say that this is her stealing something or her being transphobic or whatever, that's just absolutely insane. You're saying, it's getting to the point where I am actually seeing people say, or indirectly say, that actors and actresses can only portray themselves. What is the point of even having actors and actresses anymore then, if they can only be themselves? This is one of those overreaches that has to stop. Otherwise, you're going to destroy the entertainment industry in general. I just don't get it. And people need to calm the fuck down. Seriously. This has been Math Machine, just ranting about the newest controversy surrounding a celebrity that wasn't a sex scandal for once. Imagine that. Peace out.